if I told you that you could build an $800,000 per month app without writing a single line of code? Well, that's exactly what I did. And while everyone else is spending years learning to code or hiring expensive developers, I discovered a way to clone successful apps using just one AI tool. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step process I used to recreate a multi-million-dollar food scanning app, the same app that's currently making $800,000 monthly. But here's the crazy part. Not only will I show you how to build the app, I'll reveal the specific AI tool that did all the heavy lifting, how I connected it to Stripe for instant monetization, and the exact features I copied that allows you to get paid users. And by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to start building your own app empire, even if you've never touched a line of code in your life. And just so you know, this isn't some theoretical nonsense. I'm going to walk you through my actual app and give you the complete blueprint that anyone can follow. So if you're ready to discover how AI can build your next business for you, let's dive in. The AI tool that we're going to use is Replet, and with my code Celine, you'll get a 10% discount and full access to the Replet agent. I added the link in the description below. We're starting by asking Replet to recreate the core layout and features of a food nutrition scanner app modeled after Yuka. The goal here is to get a clean structure we can build on with familiar sections that users will instantly recognize. So first, I'm going to tell the AI, "Hi, let's build a food nutrition app scanner similar to Yuka. Can you first please duplicate the general features and layout? Thanks." And once that's in, Replet begins by generating a quick mockup and then moves straight into building the actual app. The base version includes a scan menu with a built-in barcode scanner, along with 3 additional tabs: Search, Favorites, and History. And each section is already functional enough to click through. You'll see how the layout flows across the app, from scanning items to browsing saved products. And this foundation gives us exactly what we need to start layering in more advanced features later on. Important disclaimer though, building apps and making money online isn't easy, despite what other YouTubers are saying. When I show you how to build an app, I'm demonstrating the technical process and potential, not guaranteeing your results. So these AI tools are legit and the techniques really work, but success depends on your execution, timing, and honestly, a little luck. So most apps don't make money immediately, and many don't make money at all. I'm not promising you'll get rich or quit your job. This isn't financial advice or a get-rich-quick scheme, all right? I'm just showing you what's possible with these tools, and what you do with that knowledge is entirely up to you. All right, so expectations set. Let's continue to build the app. Before we build out the cooler features, here's something important we need to lock in first: user accounts. If we want people to personalize their experience and come back to their saved data, we need a way for them to sign up and log in. So to get that going, I'm going to tell Replet, let's start with the basics. I want the app to have some personalization. Let's set up a simple account creation and login. Afterwards, let's continue building some additional features. Replet picks that up and starts building a full authentication system from scratch. After a bit of setup time, we get a working flow for both account creation and login, all managed directly inside Replet, of course. Now let's sign up for a new account, then approve access for the Nutrition Scanner app. And once that's done, the app updates with a visible username and a logout button. Everything seems to be working fine, until it doesn't. After a few minutes of running, the app suddenly crashes. So while the login system is in place, we still need to settle some back-end issues before we can move forward, of course. So since the app crashed after setting up the login system, the next step is to get that fixed before moving on. But don't worry, because Replet makes this part really easy. There's a built-in button that lets us ask the AI to troubleshoot the issue automatically. So I'm going to click that and get Replet to figure out what went wrong. After a short wait, the bug gets resolved and the app loads back up without crashing. With things running smoothly again, we're ready to move on to the next feature. All right, so with the crash out of the way, it's time to bring in some personalization. So this is where the app starts feeling more tailored to the user, not just a scanner, but something that understands their needs. So here's the next thing I'll ask Replet to handle, and I'll say, great. Now please add some personalization to the user account. Create a profile section, have some options for dietary preferences, and have suggestions pop up on what meals should be good per time of the day. Now Replet gets to work and creates a dedicated profile tab. And inside that, users can now enter personal information like their name, age, dietary preferences, allergies or restrictions, and even their health goals. But there's a small problem. Even though the fields are there, the app isn't saving any of the preferences we want to set. So the profile exists, but we're hitting another bug that we'll need to fix before those features are fully usable. So even if the profile tab looks great, the personalization feature isn't quite there yet. Right now, like what I mentioned, no matter what dietary preferences or goals we enter, nothing actually saves. Definitely something we need to fix. So I'll drop this into Replet and I'll say, great. But there's a bug where I can't update the profile after adding dietary changes. And Replet starts working on the bug, and after a bit of processing, it finally gets things sorted. As you can see, we can now update and save preferences without any issues. All right, so one of the biggest limitations so far is that the app needs to stay online to pull up food data, which isn't ideal if someone's in a spot without internet, right? So to make the experience more reliable, we're going to add an offline catalog that users can access anytime. So here's what I'm going to tell Replet, and I'll say, great. Now add a general catalog for the food database, so the users won't have to rely all the time on internet if they don't have one at the moment. So Replet will process the request and add a built-in catalog right into the app. It's a general food database users can browse even without a connection. So from this point, this offline catalog becomes a key part of our development, and we'll be using it a lot as we build out the rest of the app. All right, so moving forward, the barcode scanner is supposed to be one of the main features of this app, but as of the moment, it's just sitting there without doing anything. The section looks ready, but whenever we try to upload a barcode, nothing happens. We have to get things moving, so I'm going to tell Replet, great, now let's focus on the barcode scanning. First, the upload barcode doesn't work. Please fix it so that I can upload a test barcode even in test. Replet then picks that up and runs the fix. Once it's done, we'll give it a quick test using a generic barcode. And this time, the upload works perfectly. Now that the barcode scanning is working, we can build on it with something actually useful, a feature that helps users make better choices. So if someone scans a product that's rated poorly, we want the app to suggest healthier alternatives right away. I'm going to tell Replet, great, it works. But now, please add a feature that suggests healthier alternatives for better product options if the barcode has poor ratings. Replet starts making the changes, and at first, everything seems fine. But we then hit a runtime error. The app won't load the suggestions properly, so we have to prompt Replet again to sort it out. After fixing that issue, there's still one more problem. The feature runs, but nothing actually shows up when scanning a poorly rated item. We then have to go back and forth a couple more times, reprompting Replet as needed, and eventually the logic clicks into place. Once the fix goes through, the suggestions finally appear, showing better related products whenever something unhealthy is scanned. After getting the healthier suggestion feature running, there's something that becomes pretty clear. It only shows up when scanning items with the barcode. If someone browses through the catalog instead, they won't see any suggestions at all. That's a problem, especially from a user experience standpoint. So we need to make this feature more dynamic. And to address that, of course, I'm going to tell Replet, great, but we need to have the food suggestions dynamic not only on the tests we have. It should also apply whenever we select food from the catalog. And please update the app where the catalog and search is combined. So Replet applies the changes, and now the suggestions show up across both scanned items and the catalog. But there's still room to improve how suggestions are triggered. Right now, they only appear for low-rated foods, which limit the feature's usefulness. And to make it more helpful, I want suggestions to kick in for anything that doesn't hit a score at 90. So I tell Replet, great, but let's improve the suggestions. Apply suggestions for all foods that doesn't have a 90 score rating. Please make sure that applies on one scanned by the barcode. So this final tweak unlocks the full functionality we're aiming for. The suggestion engine now catches any item below that 90-point mark, no matter how it's selected. making the feature more consistent and genuinely useful. And to push personalization even further, we're going to add a health risk indicator. The idea is simple but powerful. If someone scans a product with ingredients that could be risky based on their preferences, the app should flag it right away. So I'm going to tell Replet, great, but now please add a health risk indicator for certain ingredients. Apply this to all scanned food, such as, for example, if a product contains nuts for allergies, controversial additives, and chemicals. So Replet gets to work and starts integrating this logic into the scanner. Now, whenever a user scans a product, the app checks for any flagged ingredients and displays a clear warning. It's fully dynamic, so the alerts change depending on what the user has entered into their profile. The app's already shaping up, and if we want to turn this into something people actually pay for, we need a way to handle that. Stripe is perfect for this. It's reliable, easy to set up, and gives us a clean way to let users unlock premium features with a one-time payment. So to start, I'll head over to Stripe and open the product catalog section. From there, I'm going to create a new product and name it Premium Upgrade. I'll fill it in with the details, add a short description, and save it. Next, under payment links, I'll create a new link and choose the Premium Upgrade product we just set up. I'll update the settings to match what we want for this one-time purchase, then copy the generated payment link. And that gives us a working product activation page hosted on Stripe. And from there, users can buy access to the premium version. We just need to hook it to the app so it connects everything smoothly. So since the Stripe payment setup is ready, our next step is getting it to actually work inside the app. We want a smooth flow, a dedicated checkout page that sends users to the Stripe payment link, and an unlock field where they can enter their code to activate premium access. So I'm going to tell Replet, great, now let's add Stripe to our app. Please create a dedicated page where the users can go to Stripe's payment link to purchase an unlock code. Then a dedicated unlock field, whereas if the users add the code, they can unlock it and remove the ads to upgrade to premium features. Here's the payment link. Then of course, Replet starts by generating a checkout page that connects to the Stripe link we just created. It works, but the layout feels a little clunky, so we have to prompt it again to simplify the flow and make the experience feel more fitting to the app. And after a few tweaks and bug fixes, the integration finally clicks into place, and we now have a working checkout page. All right, here while testing, I can see that something's a little off. No matter what barcode I upload, the app keeps defaulting to whole grain crackers. It doesn't matter if it's juice, cereal, or pasta, everything turns into crackers. So obviously, that needs fixing. So we tell Replet, there seems to be a bug where every barcode being scanned is defaulted to whole grain crackers. Please make it dynamic that it actually detects the food. It needs a bit of back and forth before everything clicks into place. As always, Replet works through the bug, and after a couple of prompts, the scanner finally starts identifying the correct items. But to make testing easier moving forward, I'll also ask Replet to generate a few test barcodes and add simple debug buttons right in the app. So after some more trial and error, everything finally comes together. We now have a properly working barcode scanner with quick test options built right in. So after a full build, dozens of features, and a fair share of debugging, we're finally at the finish line. All that's left is to clean up the visuals and give the app that final layer of polish. And to get that done, I'm going to tell Replet, great, everything's working. Now to wrap things up, can you just improve the design of the app? Fix the alignment issues of certain pages, make the premium unlock page the same width and style of the app. Replet handles it from there. It smooths out the layout issues, fixes misaligned elements, and gives the premium page a proper refresh so everything matches the rest of the app. And at this point, the app looks clean, the features run smoothly, and everything ties together. Here you go. Let's tap through the pages, make sure everything works the way it should, and enjoy the final product in action. So now you've seen it, a full walkthrough of how I used AI to recreate a multi-million-dollar food scanning app, complete with smart features, Stripe integration, and zero coding. If you watched the intro thinking this sounded impossible, you've now got the full blueprint. The tools are right in front of you, and with Replet, you can start building your own app business today. Links in the description. Don't forget to use the code Celine for a discount, and I'll see you in the next build.